Most Reverend Simeon Purificação Bishop Fernandes, the Reverend Father Sabu George, who is the Provincial Superior of the Province of Bangalore of the Claretian Missionaries, our dear friend Nilkant Halankar, the Honorable Minister for Tourism and for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, and the MLA of TVE constituency, my colleague Michael Lobo, Reverend Father Arlindo de Mello, very affectionate priest, and the parish priest of Colvale, Dashrath Bisholkar, the Sarpanch of Colvale, Beldas Karapurkar, the Secretary of BP Colvale, Srimati Carolina Poe, ex-mayor and corporator Panjim, Margarita Coelho, ex-corporator, Ilma Ryan and Kael Braganza, and Father Pradeep Correa. And my dear friends, the press and the media, I'm actually very happy, and I want to narrate something before I say a few words about this place. In 1995, when we were to get married, there was something which was told to us: you have to do a marriage formation course. And for that marriage formation course, we were supposed to go to Old Goa. When we went to Old Goa, we were at that place and I thought to myself, I'm very honestly, frankly telling you, I thought to myself, what are priests who are not married going to give us lectures about marriage? But trust me, it was like 2 or 3 days which we had to stay there. Of course, not together. The man was separate and the women were separate. But we had a series of talks and interactions. And trust me, after having come out of that, I felt that these are the need of across the religion for everybody, so as to be able to understand each other, to be able to communicate effectively, and to be able to appreciate and recognize the good or perhaps the shortcomings of someone with whom you are going to live for the rest of your life. In a similar way, when you think of education, we have these in education schools. We are hearing some sad stories of children committing suicides, tensions in schools, fights between children, or sometimes even assaults by teachers over students. And that is a very saddening thing, because education should be a place where children should come with a happy mind, for a happy environment, and go back happy. But unfortunately, there are some things which do not change, and we need to get those things done. For this reason, I have been encouraging and insisting that we have permanent, regular counselors, not fly-by-night counselors who come twice a week and not available for the rest of the week. In this background, when we see this Hope Recovery Center, which the Braganza family has so generously helped in establishing, is something which is in the part of our life system, where we not only bring people who have gone astray back into the mainstream, but keep them occupied, keep them engaged, and make sure they don't have thoughts to go back into the days which they had slipped into for whatever reason they might have gone there. Drug addiction today is becoming a very, very serious issue, not just about tourists, not just the foreigners which those which we call the hippies of those days, but even amongst the school children and the village youth. And I think this kind of a corruption of mind, soul and body is something which needs very much attention right at this time, before the situation goes out of hand. And therefore, I congratulate the Claretian missionaries along with the Braganza family, and I congratulate everyone who has had a hand in making sure that this center comes up, and I do hope that this can live up to its expectations and we can have more centers, because I can assure you, Reverend Father Sabu, that we will be requiring more such centers. People may not admit, but there will be things which secretly they will hope that things could become better, and I do hope that you can reach out, because it's just a matter of reaching people. And last, before I finish, when we have traveled to so many countries abroad, it reminds me, like, it's just in this background, you think of this, what I'm saying. When we have gone abroad and we have met sometimes old people, the old people who wish to come back to Goa, those same old people who have lived their lives in Goa but now gone abroad, and those people who actually sing Konkani songs, they hold your hand, speak in Konkani, and tell you such wonderful things about people, their neighbors, their village, wishing to come back, but maybe their mobility doesn't allow them. I want that kind of a longing, that kind of a belonging. I want that to come back with your Hope Recovery Center. So everyone comes back into the mainstream, if not back to Goa, at least back into their original self. Thank you very much.
We just saw the blessings of this center by His Eminence, Most Reverend Simão Purificação Fernandes, Auxiliary Bishop of Goa and Daman. We are very happy to have him bless this. It is a very unique center because these types of centers are not there in Goa. It's only one in Anjuna called Kripa Foundation. And I visit over there quite often and I send a lot of young boys and girls over there for de-addiction. It is a matter of concern, and the Church of Goa has started speaking about this. And that is why our bishop is over here for the blessing. Ryan Braganza and his family has donated this land, and Reverend Father Sabu George, who is come all the way, the superior province of Bangalore, who is going to take care of this Hope Recovery Center. Addiction can come to anybody's house. A very happy family can all of a sudden become the most disturbed family. And the reason over here is addiction. Addiction could be alcohol, one of the boys or girls, the young boys and girls, or it could be drugs. And it is also a matter of concern that we have seen in 2024 around 90 to 100 crores, nearly touching 100 crores worth drugs being caught in the state of Goa. And it is a matter of concern within 5 months of this year. We have seen more than around 45 crores of drugs being caught in Goa. And we do not know whose family member can be a victim of these drugs or alcohol. We say Goa is a tourism state. We say it should be relaxed for alcohol, number of bars, number of restaurants, number of clubs. Economically it is good for the state, but we also have to see the bad side of it. And that is the main reason we need to keep our boys and girls, our family first, safe and away from these drugs, away from alcohol, which our youngsters wants to go and party every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They say it is our weekend and it becomes a fashion. And we need to all be responsible. I have seen in so many churches, the priests have started talking about this. It's a very good thing. Because parents sometimes think that my son, my daughter is going late nights out, coming 2 o'clock at night, 3 o'clock in the early morning. They don't know how they have come back. Whether they were totally drunk, whether they were totally not in their position to even walk. But I think the parents need to take responsibility first. the family members. Police have done their job by arresting so many people. We cannot say police have not done the job. They have done the job. 90 to 100 crores were drugs caught in Goa 2024. 45 crores were drugs caught in Goa in 2025. Means we are in July month, within 6 months. But we need to see that who are bringing these drugs inside, they need to be arrested. Our boys and girls to get addicted to this. If we come to know anywhere there is some suspiciously people selling drugs and all, we need to talk about it. We need to give the information. We need to come forward and secretly pass this information to the superiors of the police. They are doing a job. But we as responsible people, we need to take control of this situation. And at the same time, we have seen drugs changing. Like nowadays, there are tablets, there are small papers, so many different types of drugs. Very, very small, liquid form, so many. Like these are all chemical drugs which will ruin our generations. This will ruin, means the young boys and girls who are just coming up, who are very good in studies, they can get addicted to it. So we need to keep our eye on them. We need to always guide them. We need to always talk about this. Sometimes we do not talk. Sometimes we shy away from talking to our young boys and girls. They should know what it is. Sometimes we need to bring them once this institution starts functioning and they have inmates over here. We need to bring our young boys and girls and show them, see, this is what it is. Once you get addicted to alcohol, you cannot live without alcohol. From morning to evening, you require alcohol, or you feel that something is not there in my body. The same way it happens with drugs. And I have seen young boys and also very young girls doing drugs. They were caught and we had to talk to them so much because they were some friends, kids.
Umid दिसता चड उलयना खूब उमेद दिसता की ह्या आमच्या गांवांत हे रिहॅबिलिटेशन सेंटर सुरू केला म्हणून आनी हो गांव जो आहा खरोखरच एका खूब इतिहास आहा. इट्स अ बीग हिस्ट्री. आमचो ह्या गांवांत आमी पळयलें जाल्यार पयले सुवातेर सेंट फ्रांसीस द असिसीस आहा. आमच्या हिंदू धर्माचो राम आहा. एट द सेम टायम आमच्या ह्या गांवांत वर्ल्ड फेमस हिप्नोस्टीक आमचो आबाद फारिया इज फ्रॉम द सेम वॉर्ड. एट द सेम टायम तसोच आमचो लेट वेंडर रॉड्रिगीज जे जगार ह्या गांवांतसून फामाद जाल्ले आहा आनी हो तितकोच स्पिरिच्युअली जावं हार्ड काम करपी लोक हांगा खूब जावन गेले आनी तेज्या बरोबरच हे रिहॅबिलिटेशन सेंटर हांगा सुरू केला. हे रिहॅबिलिटेशन ह्या गांवांत ब्लेस्ड आसतले सो दॅट वन हू एंटर्स with any headache or stress or any way, they will be get well blessed with our gods and the place of Colvale. Thank you. Thank you.